Thought I was going live.
I think we're live.
Okay, there we go. Hello and welcome to the Entrefluential Live podcast. I'm your host, John Tanner.
And I am your co-host, Sebastian Tanner. Welcome back to episode 57.
Episode 57. Boy, we're making strides here, Sebastian.
Yeah, we are.
I
It's
mean,
we're gonna be close to 100 sooner. Like soon enough, we'll be at episode 100.
I, I can't. Boy, if you would have told me we were gonna have 100 episodes, like, yeah, I mean, even 57. Like, hey, if you would have told me we were gonna make it all the way up to 57 episodes, I'd be like, nah, really?
I know, right?
Because like,
I can't
I mean,
believe it.
you figure like if you did one episode a week for a whole year, that's pretty much what we've done. But we've been doing it for what, almost 3 years now? Was it 2 years or 3 years?
I think 2 years, about 2 years. I think
It's been
maybe a
2 years,
little bit more.
2 years since we launched. I know it was like March or April. So yeah, 2020. So 2022. Yeah.
And we
Okay.
had a small hiatus.
We had a hiatus, and then we came back with season 3, which is on fire, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And yeah, so that's awesome. So we have to have a powwow and decide when are we going to start season 4. We got to take a break and then start season 4. But how many episodes are we going to do? I don't even know. Like, we're not even formally going like, okay, season 1's going to have X episodes.
Exactly.
We're going to come up with a little
We've
bit of their game
We've
plan
just been
here.
calling it like all of a sudden we'll hit an episode like, okay, I think that's enough for season one, and then,
Right? We're just
and then
winging it.
two. Oh my gosh, seriously, we'll definitely maybe we'll look back and see how many episodes were in the second season to
Yeah.
determine how much we'll have for this one, and then we'll take a break and then hopefully come back with myself with an actual setup again. And then I would like for us to have like the lavalier mics and stuff like that. Start taking it to the next level.
Okay, so episode 51 was on February 13. Episode 50 was February 6.
Mm-hmm.
And episode 49 was January 31. Oh my gosh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Episode 48 was January 23rd. And episode 47 was January 16. Wow.
Wow.
Episode 46 was January 9. I think that's when we started again.
Oh, okay.
January 9th. So we started the new year, right?
Yeah.
With episode 46. I think that's where we started.
So we're at 57 now. So this is the 11th episode of season 3.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do, I don't know, maybe 15 episodes for season 3. I'm trying to think of how many episodes we should do per season. Maybe 20?
So if we started at episode 46, it should have been 15, 30. It should have been 20, 40, like 22, 44, right? Something like that. 20, 23,
Right.
23, and then would be 46. So it was 45. So it's kind of odd number. So like 22 and 22 would have been 44. So like 22 episodes should be
Yeah.
standard.
Let's
Right?
shoot for that. Let's shoot for that for this season. We'll stop it at 22 episodes,
22.
and then we'll come back and we'll just start going 22 episodes for a season.
So 46, 56, 57. So we're at 12. We need 10 more to go.
Yep.
We got a good 10 more episodes for this season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a few more to go.
Okay. I just made a note of it.
Yep. We'll have to remember that.
All right. So, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and pull up the. But by the way, how was your day today?
We got to get into that first, right?
Always,
Um,
man.
Yeah. We're skipping some stuff over here. It was good. It was good. It was a rest day. I worked a 6-day work week this past week, so I was I was pretty exhausted. I was working until about 8 o'clock, um, 8:30 last night. I did
Wow.
my I did the boxing training in the morning. I went back to that boxing gym that I had went to previously.
Oh
So
wow.
that was an amazing experience. It was with one of the different trainers that's there. They have a couple different trainers. And
Okay.
so it was a different like same style class, but like with a different trainer. So there's a little
Okay.
bit of a difference in the tempo of everything goes. And um like I don't want to say the tempo was changed drastically or anything like that, but just a different guy, you know. So it was really cool meeting that trainer. It was a great introduction. It was a great class. I definitely felt in better shape for this class than when I went to the first class, and it's crazy because the last time I went there was when I was working at my previous job. So it's been a lot of time since I've gone, and so it just shows me like what I'm doing right now with my training is getting better, and it encourages me to improve it even more. Like this time, the training was like I was in a lot better shape than when I had originally went. So
Okay.
it was much more enjoyable, and yeah, it was a great workout. Like constantly learning a lot of stuff from the guys, like from the coaches there.
Hmm.
This is only my second time that I've gone, but when it comes to this stuff, I'm like a sponge. Like this is something I love to do. So to go
Nice.
there and learn is very fun for me. It's a fun experience, and it's a great workout at the same time. He's like teaching me about like my footwork and different things like that. Like especially moving around the ring, even shadow boxing in general, just everything. Like when it comes to boxing, the footwork is very important,
Mhm.
and you don't want to be training and like you're doing basically you can call that practice, and you don't want to practice the wrong habits because then what if I wanted
Yeah.
to pursue it further and actually start fighting for them, then it's like if I'm practicing the bad habits and then I go in the ring, my footwork is wrong, so I don't have stability, then you can't take a punch the same way because it can rock you differently than if you have your legs where they need to be, you have a more stable ground, a stable base. So stuff like that is just it's amazing for me to learn. Like I really genuinely love it, and um some guys might like, oh, we are street fighters and stuff, like go in there and they're ready to kick some butt and stuff like that, but for me, I'm coming to it with the perspective of a humble student. I'm here. I'm willing to learn, and so that it makes it very fun for me. Like everything
Mhm.
that they can teach me, like do this, do that. I don't take it in any way of a criticism. It's like okay, like yeah, like tell me what I'm doing wrong. I love to hear it because it's like I want to be able to do it the right way.
Mhm.
So it's such a fun experience for me. I really enjoyed it a lot, and so anyways, I just was like working late yesterday, and so then today was kind of like I slept in a little bit longer than I do during the work week, and it was a nice day to recover, like not go to the gym, to take the day off. It was a good day to recover, and I was able to get work done with like the introductions for the book that we have coming out. I was able to read into that and look at the work that's been done with it so far, and I've loved it anyway. I really love it, the format and everything. It
I,
is
I
it
I
is
have to say
very
something
fun.
about that. I I think maybe you guys, you and Michaela should do a podcast, and you read the guy parts, the Ninja Warrior training, and then she read the Princess training.
I'll have to talk to her about that.
Yeah,
I'll
that
have to see
that could
what she
be
says.
yeah that could be a good strategy. Like turning it into a podcast might be a good strategy to reach young people.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. That's not a bad idea. I like it. Um, but yeah, like that's basically like it was a pretty it kind of felt like a short day. The day went by really quick. All of a sudden, when I hit 5 o'clock and we were out to eat, she was like, "It's 5 o'clock." I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Because it's not like we slept until 12. We got up around 8. So it was uh, it was a good day of recovery, to put it simple. Um,
Good.
how was your day today?
It was good. I slept in today, so Sundays are my day of rest from the gym.
Yeah.
So this morning I slept in. I actually woke up at 7 a.m. and normally I wake up at 4 a.m. So like that's a big
Oh
difference.
wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
extra
So it was like seven
extra
something.
3 hours.
Yeah. Like I mean, I did wake up at like at 3, and then I took an allergy pill because I have to take allergy pills like crazy now because of all the pollen in the air here in
Oh
Florida.
yeah. Yep.
It's driving me nuts. So like I got up at 3 in the morning to go take another allergy pill because if I don't take it right away, like I have to take one like every 4 or 5 hours. And if I don't, then like I start sneezing and like I get a runny nose and it just doesn't stop. and so like I have to take the pill straight away. So I woke up, took the pill, went back to
Yeah.
bed, and then so I put on my on a YouTube video with like the solfeggio frequencies, which I do every day, and I put it on for
Nice.
emotional and mental healing. It was like, I don't know, it was like a 400 or 500 frequency, and just
Yeah.
that auditory in the background, and I left it playing for like 3 hours, and I was just sleeping with that sound in the background, so it was really cool.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, very relaxing,
Sleeping
man. It was so
peacefully.
perfect. Yeah, yeah. Some of them are not. Some of them are a little too noisy, but the one that I had on this
Right.
morning was just right, and
Oh, that's perfect.
yeah, helped me get into a more meditative state, fell right back to sleep. And then, like I said, like around 7ish, I got up. The sun was already coming out, which usually I beat the sun up, and so it was nice to see the color of the sun.
Yeah,
The color of the
for a
sky turned
change.
blue. Yeah.
Yep.
And then and so I got up and I was gonna start to do some work on um on my video series, my video training class that I had started, and I've missed the last 2 Saturdays. I started
Yeah.
it last Saturday, like doing module 4, and then my camera ran out of, got disconnected halfway through, so the audio didn't record. Which,
Oh, yeah.
and I was gonna go, I was supposed to redo it, but I never did. And I was gonna start this morning, but I just was like, eh. And then because it was so late, I realized like, I don't know, I was making notes for my
Hmm.
podcasting, for the other podcast, the Secret podcast on real
Yeah.
estate investing, and then
Right.
Blue Ocean Strategies for Agents. And then I was like, okay, I got to go get ready for church. So,
Right. A
took a
lot
shower,
going
got
on.
dressed, and then mom and dad and I went over to your grandparents and I went over to
Hmm.
the church, and it was amazing, man. Both of the Sunday school and the church services were really amazing. There was a lot of people there today, and
Nice.
there were some people that became members of our new members of our church. That was really nice to see. It was Palm
That's
Sunday, so
great.
the kids, the children's church, the
Uh-huh.
kids came in with palm trees, palm fronds, carrying it into
Oh,
the chapel.
really?
Yeah, it was a really nice service, man. And they all got up in
Wow.
the front and they sang. It was really pretty. And they did sign language. It was cute.
That's
And
nice.
yeah, it was a really nice service. And then that's it. And then so like I came home and then did some work here today until 6ish, and then here we are. So I haven't really
Hmm.
relaxed it yet today, but after we do this podcast, I'm gonna go watch maybe an episode or two of Heartland.
Oh, yeah.
And kick back and just enjoy the evening.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to have a day of rest, like being busy all day long, every day, Monday through Saturday. It's like it's so good. It feels so good to have the Sunday to just unwind and chill and
Yeah,
just be able to actually rest.
I wish I could actually like just do nothing, like just stay in my pajamas all day and do nothing.
Yeah, right.
Always
I
have
still have to do
food.
some stuff.
And then like I volunteered at the church to be a greeter. So like the whole month of April, every morning I got to be there early in the morning to greet people as they come in. So
Oh,
for the
wow.
whole month, every Sunday. So like there's no rest for me on in April.
Not much sleeping in.
No more sleeping in. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, even if I sleep until 7, though, that's still good for
You
me.
still
That's a
get a
big,
little bit.
yeah,
You still win. You're getting a small win. You get
yeah.
a
It's a
small
small
win.
win. I'll take it.
Especially when someone like you wakes up at 4 o'clock every day and says until 7. It's a big jump.
It is.
So that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. All right, so let's get into the fitness tip of the day. Let me pull it up on the screen here. Let me switch this
Absolutely.
over. Go back to this one. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Dun, 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 dun,
Dun-dun-dun.
dun. Dun, 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 dun,
Dun-dun-dun.
dun, 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 dun. We
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
need the dun, 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 dun. We need theme songs for
It's the
the theme
eye of the
series.
tiger.
It's the thrill of the fight, rising up to
Up
the
to
hit workout of the
our
week.
rivals.
Oh my gosh,
Oh man.
that was fun. That was
That's
fun.
great.
I want to have a theme song for like every like
Workout.
we had the workouts like Batman, we had the Superman, we had the Iron Man. I want to have like a theme just playing in the
Dude, last
background.
night I watched the new Batman again. This is my
Oh,
second
that
time
movie
seeing
was
it.
amazing.
Dude, it was long though. It was 3 hours long.
It's a really long movie. I wasn't sure about Robert Pattinson as
But he was
Batman,
good,
but
man.
he was an amazing Batman.
Yeah, I mean,
Like he
he's
fit
not
the
he's
role.
not Christian Bale, but he did a damn good job though.
Yeah, I had a debate with my friend about that the other day while I was at work,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, Christian Bale's not his favorite Batman because he thought that he was a good Bruce Wayne, but
Yeah.
not the best Batman. He felt like
Oh,
he tried too hard with the Batman voice,
oh,
and
I don't think so. I think he was the
I
best.
thought like he's always gonna be my favorite Batman, no matter what
For
anyone says. I
real.
don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
He's my favorite. I grew up
Yeah.
with him.
I'm with
Like
you, man.
that's he's
100%.
always gonna be my favorite. But he made good points about Robert Pattinson's Batman, and it's like a very he was very great for the role.
He
Honestly, like
was
he
great for
took
the role.
that
Yeah.
depressed
Yeah.
but like the seeking vengeance because his parents were killed.
Yeah.
So it's like he's not like happy-go-lucky, like super interested in being a playboy and stuff like that. Kind of like
Yeah. He's
how
just
Christian
dark.
Bale's Bruce Wayne, um, like he had an amazing Bruce Wayne. That's like a part of like Bruce Wayne's identity, but
Yeah.
like Robert Pattinson, like they took that movie with a different turn, and they
Yeah, they
had Robert Pattinson do like the dark side of
yeah.
Bruce Wayne,
Yeah, they
of
did.
his identity as Bruce Wayne and Batman, and it was like a very dark, but like Robert Pattinson's kind of good with those roles, like that kind of like emo, kind of like
Yeah,
with
emo.
Twilight, you know, like it
Yeah.
was kind of like an emo, like dark, um, type of character to play, like a depressed almost kind of character,
Yeah.
but
It was
like
more real to life, you know?
I felt like it was a little bit more like real. Yeah, it was amazing. He did an amazing job as Batman. I was doubtful,
He
but
did.
he's a
I I,
phenomenal actor.
I want to see it. I want to see the next one. Like
Yep,
they're
they're in
gonna be coming
talks.
back with the Riddler and the Joker,
You
right? They
know,
got
they're my friend told me that they're talking about having Pattinson as Batman for the next one, and then Joaquin Phoenix as Joker for the next Batman movie, for the Batman.
okay, that would be good. That would be great.
So I'm excited to see that. I still haven't seen Joaquin Phoenix's performance as Joker. I heard it was
Oh,
amazing.
it was amazing.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't seen it yet, so
Yeah, it was
I gotta
really
check it
great.
out. But to have, I know like Joaquin's an amazing actor as well. Like from the clips I've seen of him and Joker, so I know that having them together,
Yeah.
like especially like they had the Riddler in this one, so
He was psycho, man. That guy was
he
really
was psycho. You know what's crazy?
really
That
good.
guy was the actor in Tom Cruise's movie. He was in one of Tom Cruise's movies. I think it was like the Cipher was in there, and so Night and Day. He was in Night and Day.
Really?
He was in Night and Day. He was the guy that made that bomb, that little bomb, the Cipher or whatever.
Oh, I don't remember
That
that.
little thing
Oh,
with the
that
power.
was him?
That was him. The little thing with the power to blow an
No
entire
way.
country or whatever, or an
Yeah,
entire
no
yeah.
way. That was him?
He was the maker of that bomb.
No. He was a
It was
skinny
him.
little guy.
He was different. He
That was the
was
same
he.
actor? Are you sure?
That's the same. That's the same one.
Get out of here.
Yes, and he's the Riddler in the Batman now.
Yeah, that guy was, man, he played a real psycho, man.
He was good for that role. I mean, all of the actors. It was a great movie. Like the
Yeah.
actors in that movie were phenomenal. Like it was a
Yeah.
great production.
Yeah, it was a great production.
It was nice to see them bring back the Riddler and stuff. And I think like with the next one, they're gonna kind of try to follow
And
almost like the Dark Knight in a
and
way, having the
and
Joker.
his Riddler, the Riddler, I mean, his scary, he like with the mask on, he was kind of like Bane, you know? Like I thought it
He,
was Bane
he
at first.
he really was like it wasn't like Jim Carrey's
Yeah,
Riddler at
Jim Carrey
all.
was too like foolish, you know?
A little bit too foolish,
Yeah,
flamboyant, like
too
it
confident.
was yes, exactly, but this Riddler was like psychopath
Yeah,
Riddler.
he was a psychopath.
And
Yeah.
you know what's interesting is like it brings the detective part of Batman because Batman is a detective. Like
Yeah,
he
well,
has
I didn't
detective
realize that he was,
skills.
but yeah, he does have detective skills.
Exactly. So that's like it really highlighted the detective side of him
His
when he was
intelligence.
inspecting, like investigating the Riddler and how to
Yeah,
stop him.
yeah.
So
That was
it
really
was
cool.
amazing. It was a much different experience watching that movie. I want to watch it again too. And then they
Yeah,
also had Catwoman in it. Like they brought back a lot of stuff. Um, in Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, you had Ra's al Ghul, then
Yeah.
you had Joker, and then you had Bane,
Yeah.
and you also had Scarecrow. So
Oh
there
yeah.
was a lot of different characters in there too,
Yeah.
but it was I mean, those are always going to be my favorite, so I can't like
I
these
know,
are
man.
always my
And
favorite. I just
what was awesome about it is it gives you the back. It starts with the backstory of him training as a ninja,
exactly,
and that whole
exactly.
ninja. I mean, like that was so like new to Batman. Like it just
Yeah,
made perfect sense for him to have the element of surprise, how he got his fighting
exactly.
skills. It just really
Yes.
developed the story much better for the viewer. You know?
It was amazing. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
truly amazing. Like
yeah. I mean, Christopher Nolan's movies were just phenomenal. They were
I
all
really
they were all
I
good.
wish they would have brought back Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan for a fourth one.
For
Like
one
that
more, yeah,
just
one
for
more
one
Batman
more.
would
I
have
just
been
I
good.
needed one more.
Yeah,
I
that's okay.
needed one more. And Nolan felt like, okay, but what would we tell? What story would we tell? It would have to be a good story. And
Yeah,
I just like, I don't care what you guys do, just give me more.
yeah.
Like I don't care about the damn
I don't know the
storyline.
comic book, so I don't know what other demons he
No,
could be
but
fighting. Bad guys.
I know. I don't know what the next one could possibly
Yeah.
be because of the way that they set up the trilogy. It just, I guess now it's just hopes and dreams. Maybe we'll see him again if they do like some type of multiverse thing with Batman.
That's funny.
You
Bring back
know,
Michael
like
Keaton too.
that's like everything's multiverse now. They did it with the Spider-Mans. When I saw Tobey Maguire and
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield in the new Spider-Man, in Tom Holland's Spider-Man No Way Home, that movie was amazing. And then to see all the Spider-Mans together, that was like this.
Yeah, I
Oh,
really did enjoy that three
seeing
Spider-Man together.
Toby,
That
that
was
was like
phenomenal.
that was next level, and I did it in a great way. And like Tobey Maguire is was like my hero growing up,
Uh,
watching Spider-Man every day. Remember, like that was what I grew up with. So
yeah,
to
yeah.
see him back as Spider-Man was
That
the
was cool.
best feeling ever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they were all good, man. All
they
three,
were
all
all
three of them.
they're all great Spider-Man, just a
Yeah,
different side of Spider-Man, because the
exactly.
comics, there's so many comics and it portrays different sides of him. So it's
Uh,
like, Toby was an amazing Peter Parker and like Peter Parker storyline, amazing Spider-Man too. But then you also had the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, and he played a better Spider-Man. Like he wasn't the best Peter Parker, but he was definitely a great Spider-Man, and like you could see like just the emotions that he could portray with while having the full suit on. You can't see his face and everything, but the way his emotions changed when he was investigating, trying to find the guy that killed Uncle Ben,
uh,
and you can see like the emotions like that he feels just by his body movements. So like it was very cool. They're all different types of Spider-Man.
yeah,
Toby's always my all-time favorite, but like Tom Holland Spider-Man was great too.
yeah.
Um,
I really like Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
I liked him as Spider-Man too because they made him more of like a kid, and that's kind of how I
Yeah,
think. Um,
yeah. 17-year
what's
old or
his
something.
name? Stan Lee. I think his version of a Spider-Man was like really like a high school kid.
Yeah, high school kid.
So
Yeah,
it was cool because Toby started in high school, but like it was always like those movies were always more mature. You know,
yeah.
they
True.
were always like a more grown up kind of view. So, but I love all of those movies. It was
Yeah,
great.
they're all good.
It was great, and especially the Rocky movies to get onto the fitness tip of the day.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, all right. Let's go.
So,
Adrian.
Adrian, we have a Rocky workout now on the Entrefluential Life. We did it.
We did it.
So, this one is by the same creator, Nyla Ray. We have a Rocky inspired workout routine. It has levels 1, 2, and 3. Rest up to 2 minutes in between your sets. Level 1, 3 sets. Level 2, 5 sets. Level 3, 7 sets. This one, by just looking at it, you're like, okay, this has a lot less volume into it, but you're going to realize why. And you can tell by looking at it, but when I get to it, I'll let you know. The first exercise is 40 high knees. The second exercise is 10 push ups. Then the third one is 10 Rocky butt ups, which those are intense to do, especially the way that he does them in the movie. So it's kind of like a leg like raise in a way, like, but you're pushing your legs up towards the sky. You're bringing your leg up, and just like how he has, your legs are up, and then you kind of at your body's in a 90-degree angle. You're bracing yourself with something behind you, or maybe put your hands under your butt if you don't have like a bench to do it on. But it's a little bit it's this is intense, but in the movies he also does something where he does this and then he slowly lowers the position of his legs and he holds that position.
Ooh,
So
that's
that's
that's really hard.
that's like the next level. So like I would say like do those 10 Rocky butt ups and then start working to do it like in the movie where he lowered his legs and he holds that position for I don't know how long, but that's incredibly hard to do because like when you're doing the sets, it's like you do the 10 butt ups and then it's just like to hold that position. And he does it for a couple times where he goes up and then he holds it. Like that's intense. And so, anyways, the fourth exercise is 5 minutes of shadow boxing. You do a
Yeah.
jab, a cross, a hook, and an uppercut. But shadow boxing is a huge workout in itself. Like when you're doing shadow boxing and stuff, like you can get exhausted very quickly, especially if you're just throwing everything that you have into it. It's like you look at the workout and you're like, okay, like this is only four different exercises. It doesn't seem that much, but 5 minutes of shadow boxing nonstop, like you don't take a break in between. So it doesn't seem that intimidating, but even doing 1 minute or a minute and a half of shadow boxing, it's it's exhausting. Like the first time around is not going to be as bad as once you get to the second, third set of level one. But I'm telling you, like 5 minutes of straight shadow boxing, I think like if you just get into it, that's going to be hard to do because it's nonstop movement. You know, like when you're throwing those punches, you don't understand how gassed you really are. When I started getting into this boxing stuff, I'm like, okay, like the shadow boxing or whatever, like it kind of seems light. But when I'm doing it myself, I'm like, okay, whew, like a minute and a half, like that's 2 minutes straight shadow boxing. I'm looking at this and it says 5 minutes. Like we would do 2 minutes. I went to a Muay Thai class the other day, and we did I don't know like a minute and a half roughly or 2 minutes of shadow boxing, and then we took a break. And every break that we had during the workout, which is supposed to be like the rest, you're still working out. You do 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 crunches. So I mean, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 10 sit-ups. So it's like you're doing the exercises, and then he's like, okay, time for a break, and then you're going right to more exercise. So you never rest. So when we're doing the shadow boxing, we got to a point where, like I'm getting exhausted. I'm like, man, it's intense. So doing 5 minutes of shadow boxing, please go into it humbly because if you think that you're just gonna kick ass and like you're just gonna rock 5 minutes of straight punch combinations, it's an amazing workout. It's a phenomenal workout. You're gonna burn so many calories. Like when you do any type of boxing workouts, like the shadow boxing, anything, like even hitting the heavy bag, like you burn so many calories when you're doing this. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a lot
I
of
would say
it's good cardio, I think, too, right?
it's amazing cardio because you're nonstop and like your feet you're always moving, especially if you're like moving around too. If you take the shadow boxing, like you can do it in place, but then to take that to the next level, you start throwing some pivots in there as well, and then you can go forward and then go backwards and then pivot and then start working to the side and to the left
Well,
side.
it looks like he's pivoting on the hook.
So when you're throwing the punches, especially like the hooks, you're pivoting your foot, but the pivot that I'm talking about is position. So if I'm in my boxing stance and you can see how his feet are placed, you have one foot, the lead foot in front of you, right? So like kind of slightly to the left. Then your right foot goes a little bit, a good amount of space behind to the right of that left foot, and you have it at an angle. So if I just stay in this one position and I'm throwing my punches, if I'm throwing a hook and whatever, I'm throwing a left hook, my left ankle is pivoting and
Yeah,
you're on the ball of your feet. My right hook, my right
yeah.
ankle is pivoting, you're on the ball of your feet. which is that coordination is going to take time to learn as well. So for you guys, like I'm learning the coordination right now. You might not get it every single time, but the more you practice it, and shadowboxing is amazing for that, you'll get the coordination down. But that's one pivot. That's like the
So
ankle pivot, right? Your foot's pivot.
do you pivot on the balls of your feet while you're throwing the punch or after you throw the punch?
While you throw the punch because that gives you more momentum to
Okay.
have more power in that punch. So that's like just the pivots that you do when you're throwing those punches. But when you're switching a position, I can say move my left foot entirely to a different spot. And so now instead of facing like let's say my if I'm facing forward, I'm looking at this wall, right? And if I was to pivot either my right foot and I want to look to the wall to my left, then I move that to a different spot and I keep my feet still with the same distance apart, same position wise. That was a different type of pivot because now instead of boxing straight and looking at this wall in front of me, I want to look to the wall to my left. So you do a different type of pivot when you do that. You're going into a different position. So that's like to elevate the shadow boxing is like now you're moving around almost like as if you have a moving target. If the target's in front of you, if your opponent's in front of you and then they move to the left, you're not going to stay doing your little shadow boxer. Like if you're in a fight, you're not going to stay in at the same spot that he was at before. You want to keep your body, your chest like facing towards your opponent. Otherwise, he's on the side of you. He can throw any type of combinations at you, and it's like, what do you do to defend that? So that's kind of how you can take the shadow boxing to another level. Is like imagine someone's around you, and then they're moving all around, or they're moving close to you. Then you want to back up a little bit. So you take a little step with your right foot, take a little step with your left foot, so that way you can keep that same distance in between both feet. You keep a good balance, a good base, and so that's like just another way to continue like the shadow boxing. Like in this diagram, the person's staying in place, but you can see the pivots on the ankle or on the foot, but he's not really moving forwards or backwards. He's still in the same spot. You just see him in different positions because
Yeah,
it's showing
because
you the different form, right,
yeah,
of the
because
different punches.
when he threw the hook, he pivoted on the balls of his feet. So now
Exactly.
he's facing us as opposed to facing away from us.
Exactly. But his position, it's like that's just throughout the punch, right? Because
Right.
then, like, he
So
throws that cross. Once he goes back to his normal stance, he's going to be
yeah,
facing forward again, like you see in the jab picture.
yeah,
So
right.
that's like it's like
So
he's like you see four different spots where the guy is at in this thing, but it's really just like that's how they can show you what your
yeah,
body needs to look like in
right.
that in those punches. But he's still on that same like if you drew like a little like a
It's the
cross,
same
right?
stance, but his toes never move.
Yeah, in a way, like his feet kind of move a little bit, but like he's still like in the same spot. Like if you were to see him in
Yeah.
a spot in the room, he's still on that same spot in the room. He's just his body, his ankles are pivoting, so then his body, his shoulders are turning. You know what I mean? So it's like you see him doing that hook, and now he's like kind of facing us, the viewer of the picture.
Yeah.
But basically, like he's still going to be in that same spot in the room. So like you can just mix up the shadow boxing by like moving forward, take a couple steps forward, take a couple steps backward, throw your combinations and stuff like that. That's like another way to elevate the shadow boxing. But even staying in place, like that's gonna be hard for 5 minutes straight. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a really great workout. You're gonna burn so many calories during this
To,
workout. I'm
to,
telling you.
yeah. So doing do three complete sets at level one is really a good workout.
That's gonna it's an amazing workout. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
especially if you're doing 40 knee highs after all of that shadow boxing.
After all that shadow boxing of 5 minutes, like then you take your little rest and then you go to the high knees and then the
Yeah,
push ups and then the rocky butt ups and then the 5 minutes again of shadow boxing.
that's pretty
It's
intense.
like it's intense. Like I want people to try out the 5 minutes of shadow boxing yourself. Like forget about the other stuff. Like just like one day or whatever. Just like if you're home chilling or whatever, just like try out shadow boxing for 5 minutes and let me know how exhausted you are. Because it's
Yeah,
not unless you're in shape and you train for this, I'm telling you,
that's intense.
it's incredibly intense. But that's why it's an amazing workout and it changes the element and makes it more fun than just going on the treadmill and stuff like that. Like you don't have to be bored while you're doing cardio. You can do different things like this, especially if you enjoy it. it's gonna make the workout different. Like you're gonna enjoy doing your cardio. So this is
Yep.
an excellent workout. I love it. I love the Rocky team. Makes me want to watch the movies again.
I know, me too. I definitely
But
want to
yeah,
watch. I love the first. I love the first four movies. I think the most.
those were the best.
Like
Those were
one
the
and two
best.
were like my all time favorites. Rocky three
Yep.
was pretty darn good. I mean, it was really good.
Oh
It was
yeah.
really
It
good
was that one was amazing.
with Mr. T, and number
Yeah.
four in Russia was really great too.
Yeah,
Just
where he faced Ivan Drago.
I wasn't crazy about number five, but I like it. I still like number five. And
Yeah,
then
like
I've only
all of
seen Creed
them.
one and two. I like Creed one and two, even though the story's really not about Rocky in those movies. Those were good movies. I haven't seen Creed
Yeah.
three yet.
I haven't seen the brand new one either, so
Yeah,
I'm excited to see that one. I haven't seen it.
yeah,
I like the Creed movies too. I
yeah,
think like Rockies 1 through 4, like the other Rockies that you have, they're still good movies, but it's not the same feeling as
yeah,
watching 1 through 4.
yeah.
Those were those were amazing,
Classic.
especially like 1 through 3 are definitely my favorite. 4 is
Yeah,
also
it's good.
I don't know if I liked it as much as 1 through 3, but
Yeah,
I still loved it though. Like it
yeah, I
was
did too.
still like Apollo Creed died and then he avenged him.
Yeah,
Like that was like I mean honestly, no, it isn't my favorites because like watching him
yeah,
go against Ivan Drago and he's on steroids and crap and they're pumping
yeah,
him with stuff. Like when you see the training scene, I was
yeah.
like, come
Dude,
on,
and he
dude.
was like, he was training rudimentary, like in Russia. Like it was
He
his
was
training.
training like in the wild in the
Yeah,
elements.
yeah. It was really good.
And Drago was in like a freaking high tech gym with all the money and
Yeah,
equipment and stuff like that. And Rocky
yeah,
was just freaking just like back in the original movies where he's punching a chicken or whatever or a big deer or
yeah,
something
yeah,
or the
yeah.
frozen in the frozen meat locker. Like
Breaking
that was
bones. Yeah,
it was just classic,
yeah,
like to see the way that he trained versus
yeah,
Drago.
yeah.
It
It's
was just amazing. It was
yeah.
amazing. And then the fight itself, man, like he's like
And then at the end of the movie when they're all cheering him on, it was really great.
even Russia started cheering him on just
Right, right.
because
It
of
was
his
great.
determination. Like that was freaking. He fought the freaking Terminator. Like he was like Drago was like a Russian Terminator. It
Yeah,
was ridiculous. It's like you almost didn't think he was human watching that.
I
Like,
know. It was
and
really good.
then he made him bleed. Like that was freaking crazy because he's no none of his opponents in the storyline have ever made him bleed before. So
It
that
was
was like
yeah.
I might watch that fight scene after the podcast. Actually, I'm gonna have to.
That's funny. That's
But
cool.
yeah, that was fun. That was the physical tip of the day, guys. That was go and watch a Rocky movie. Um,
Yeah,
or if you don't want to, you can watch the fight scenes like I do on YouTube. Because if you don't have them, if you can't watch them,
that's funny.
but those movies freaking inspire me, man. Like the
They're,
storyline and then his motivational speech. That's all over motivational videos. Like when you watch like the motivational videos, they have a lot of different people, like different movie scenes and stuff like that of motivation for the soul for the person. Um, his speech is always in there. It's like it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
yeah, and get
How
back
much
up.
you can take and keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Like oh god, it makes me want to go run a marathon when I listen to that. It's seriously, it's
No,
like
it's good.
there's the
It's
best
good.
motivation. So those are great. I love watching, especially the fight scenes. Like it's amazing seeing like what he takes and just he doesn't quit. Like he doesn't give up. Like when you wanna quit more than anything, and he just keeps going. It's like is this guy even human? Like how does he take that? And he keeps going. That's also kind of like representing the spirit in us. Like it represents like we do have something in us that's in a way like it's not human. We have the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
We have a soul. We have something in us that can keep us pushing. So I,
100%, man.
I love those movies.
That's how people survive the Navy SEALs training is that push from the Holy Spirit to push you and give you
Absolutely.
that extra energy that you need to do it. It's supernatural. It's above
It
natural.
is. It
Yeah.
is. Absolutely. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. All right. So let's turn the page and go to the mental tip of the day.
That's right. We're going to the mental tip. Are you pulling up the image
It's
over
on the screen.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. It's because like the window kind of shortens down and I'm looking at the thing on my phone. It was still on Rocky, and then I clicked it and then went back to the thing. All right, cool. Anyways, so we have a mental tip of the week actually.
Yep.
It's by Earl Nightingale. It's a quote, and it says, "Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway." And I think
That,
like what he's really saying is like that time, like do you think you want to work hard for a dream, like if you want to be a basketball player or whatever it is you want to do in life, you want to go to law school like my dad did, and it's not easy. It's like you're like, okay, it's going to take a long time to get to where I want to get, and
yeah.
he's telling you like that time is going to pass no matter if you chase this dream or not. That time is going to pass.
Right.
So you need
So
to try to fight for it because it's
yeah.
like that's you're either the time's going to pass no matter what. It's not going to wait for you. So you might as well chase the dream,
Right.
not being worried about how long it's
Yeah.
going to take because
So yeah, exactly. Like when I was thinking about going to law school, I was like, okay, this is going to take me 3 years to get through law
yup,
school.
yup.
That's after the bachelor's. It's 3 years after the bachelor's degree.
So you have to go through the years of getting the
So
bachelor's
four
and
years,
then
4 years to get the
yeah,
bachelor's, and then when you're done, then you're
right.
looking at going to law school, and you're like, okay, I got to go to school for 3 more years to get a law degree. But you know
So
what? That three
7
years is
years
gonna
all in
pass
all.
either way. So
Yeah.
so are you gonna get to the end of 3 years and say, damn, I didn't do it. I should have done it. Or are you gonna
Yep.
do it and say, I did it? So how do you want to feel in 3 years from
Yes.
now? That's the question.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly. That's
the
what this
time's gonna
quote
go
is
by
all
either way.
about.
So like, are you willing to make the sacrifice so you can have that success at the end of it?
Yeah. I
That's
I
it.
love I love this quote, man, because that's
Yeah.
like it's so true to our lives. Like the time goes by, the older you get, and you have a job. It's like the time is flying by. We're flying through 2024.
Oh yeah.
I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not like I
We're
want to
flying
do
through life.
more the way the way things are going. I'm like okay, like some setbacks here and there. Like okay, I definitely understand how quick like time moves by so much more quicker than when I was in freaking school, man. I couldn't wait for summer to come. I was
Yeah.
just like in agonizing pain of it feels like it's forever. But when you get out there in the real world, man, like you realize how quick that damn time flies by, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yep.
that's why it's so important to like
Yep.
the time's gonna pass no matter what. You want to feel that sense of accomplishment at the end of that time period, not
I,
the sense
I'm
of like
telling you, man.
regret.
I mean, it's insane. Like you're gonna be 24 years old this year.
Yeah.
You're gonna be 24, and I can look back and man, it just seems like it was yesterday when you were like 15 years old and we're shooting pool.
I know, me
You know,
too. I think about that all the time. When I
like
tell you, like, oh, I can't wait to be 18. Life was freaking easy back then. I'm like,
hey, what
damn.
about when you were graduating from high school? Remember when you came to live with me in Jacksonville?
I remember. I
You were
couldn't wait to
17,
be 21.
dude. You were
Yeah, I was
17, right?
17.
Huh?
I was 17. It's like
That
feels
last
like
year,
yesterday.
17, and now you're gonna be 24.
Now I'm gonna be 24. It feels like
Yeah,
just yesterday when I was living with you. I
yeah,
can't.
7 years. That was 7 years ago.
I can't believe it.
I know. It's insane.
And it's like I think of the chain of events that has happened after that, and I'm just like I don't know where the time has gone. It's
Right?
like
It
there's
goes
like
super.
this TikTok sound that's like, "Where did the time go?" And I'm like, oh, I can't hear that because I'm feeling it. I'm
That's
feeling
funny.
it too hard. It's like, yeah, I look at the chain of events after I moved in with you for my senior year of high school, and I'm like, man, that's like from 17 now I'm 24. It's hard to believe how that time really passed in the blink of an eye.
It does. It goes super quick. So you might as well like if you have a goal, like you might as well just get on it.
Just like Ferris Bueller said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop to look around, you just might miss it.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. You gotta
But
enjoy it.
you
You,
gotta enjoy it.
I think the
And
biggest thing is like like if you're on the fence about doing something that's going to be a challenge because of the effort that's going to take, I
yeah,
think you're better off just accepting it and embracing the challenge,
accept it.
embracing the journey
Yes.
because because if you don't do it, then you're going to live with regret. Like, would you rather live with a little bit of pain or live with the regret of not doing it?
Much rather a little bit of pain, and then you
Yeah,
can say
I'll
you
take the
did
pain.
it.
I'll take the pain of rather than living with the regret of not doing it, because that ain't gonna
Exactly.
go away. The pain will go away,
Never.
you know.
Yes.
But you can't get back time. Like, that's the one commodity. Like, time is the one thing that we can't get back. So
No, you can't pay
you
for
know,
it. You can't
you can
do
lose.
anything. It just goes.
Yeah, you can sacrifice and lose a few years of your freedom, to go to school or whatever, get a trade, or not go out. Like, maybe your sacrifice is that you're not going to go out and party with your friends, and you're going to save your money to make an
Hmm.
investment in something, start a business, something. And so, like, yeah, your sacrifice, that little sacrifice, you'll make it back. Like, you lost 3 years, like, you lose 3 years of going partying, clubbing with your friends. Trust me, those 3 years you're not even gonna remember them anyways. You're out drinking and partying with your friends. So
Yeah, you're not gonna remember them,
no,
and
just
it's
throwing
like you're
money and
setting
time.
yourself up. Yeah, you throw away the money and time, but you're like you set yourself up for enjoying the rest of the years of your life. Like if you can make those 3 years of hustling worth it, and that business takes off, and it's like okay, now I don't have to be much older and still struggle, like and then still try to chase a dream or whatever. Like you take that sacrifice and it's like, okay, look, I got that degree. Now I don't have to worry about that anymore. So now you can enjoy the rest. Like now you said you did it. Like, okay, I wanted the bachelor's, I wanted the master's, I wanted the law degree, and you went out there and did it. And so now it's like you don't have to start now going to school and start now doing this and that. Like you already got it done.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's worth it. It's so worth it to take those couple years and like especially like you were saying, like if you go out and party and something, you're just trying to have a good time, and then what do you get from that? You just wasted a lot of money. Now you don't have
yeah,
a savings,
yeah.
and
It's really an investment in yourself. You know what I mean?
it
Like, what
is
kind of character are you building? Like, okay, so how whatever it was that got you to where you are right now, that character development could have been positive or could have been negative. If it's not
exactly.
like the habits that you have, if they're not serving you well, then you need to do something to change those habits, right? So, whatever that thing is, that challenge, that task, that sacrifice that you're going to make in order to develop your character, when you rebuild yourself, you're rebuilding yourself like your you 2.0, your you 3.0 is going to serve you
Hmm.
for the rest of your life. So,
That's right.
like, imagine living in playing the same broken record over and over again. It's not going to change, right? You've got to change.
Exactly.
So, like,
Absolutely.
so it's more costly to not do something than it is to do it.
Yeah, exactly. To live with the regret of you never tried to, you never tried. You never
Yeah,
even tried, man.
to
Like,
yeah, to make yourself a better version of yourself, to impact the world in a better way. Even if you're only impacting the people around you, that's more fruitful, more
yeah,
beneficial than to live, in this keep repeating the same
just
nonsense.
partying and then the
Yeah,
friendships, like, they're not
yeah,
gonna last. And then one day, like, when you die, you're gonna go to heaven and it's like God is gonna pull out a book of all of the dreams you've had. Like, He's gonna show you, like,
the
you were supposed to be this. Like,
yeah,
you had everything in your favor for you to become this type of person. This is who you were supposed to be. Do you want to say that you did it, that you became that person, or do you want to say that, or do you want to answer to why didn't you become this?
yeah,
This is who I
that's,
laid you out to be. This is the cards I designed you, and I
yeah,
designed you to be an amazing chef, or I
yeah,
designed you
yeah,
to be able to be an amazing actor, or whatever it is, and you just sat around partying. You didn't
yeah.
even try.
You didn't use your gifts that
You
you
don't
were
want
given. Yep,
exactly. You don't want to look back on your life when you get to heaven and like, okay,
that's
you
right.
were given these gifts, my son or daughter, and you didn't even use them.
Yeah,
It's like you were a potential that was wasted. You wasted your potential. You don't want to say to answer to that with your life. You want to say that you gave it everything that you had,
yeah,
that
yeah,
you laid all the cards out on the line.
That's right.
and you fully pursued your passions. And then
Yep.
sometimes, like, you might pursue a passion that's okay, whatever, that might not have been for you. Then you find the right one. So it's like I would much rather be on my deathbed and I'd say that I pursued my passion.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
you did.
like I
Yeah,
pursued who I
exactly.
was designed to be.
Yeah. Or another way to look at it is like, what are the people going to say about you when you die? You know, and
Exactly.
at your funeral, what are they going to say? Are they going to say, he did this, he did that, he was an amazing person, he was an amazing husband,
He
wife,
gave back to
mother,
others. He impacted
son?
others. He tried to make
Yeah,
life better for other people. Not, oh yeah, he was just a partier, like just an
yeah. He was a
average
couch
person.
potato. He did nothing.
He was
he,
average.
he ate potato chips all the day, all the time. Hung out in his tiny whiteies.
Exactly, man. You don't want to have people call you average when they're at their funeral. You want them to have something good to say about you, to remember you by.
Yeah.
So that's I think that wraps up our
I
mental
think
tip of the day.
yeah. Just do it. Just be like
Just
Nike. It's
freaking
just
do it. Just
just
do
do it.
it. There's power in starting now. So
Yeah.
start now.
There's
You
power.
know,
Yes, there's power in now. Just do it. Just do it. You'll be happy on the other
ex-
side of it.
exactly.
so,
Absolutely.
so now it's time for our spiritual tip of the day, and guess what? What book we're going to be reviewing?
What are we on? John, no way.
My book, the Book of John.
I had two customers back to back this past week that were both named John. And
Oh,
I
that's
was like, oh,
awesome.
you guys are making me think of my father. I miss him.
That's great, man.
All
All
right,
right,
I'm
so here we go.
excited for
Here's a
this one.
summary of the Book of John. It's just two quick pages from the Living the 66 Books of the Bible by Dr. David Jeremiah.
All right.
Here it goes. You know how life seems, sometimes slow, sometimes fast. We get a similar sense of the life of Jesus in John's Gospel. The first 11 chapters unfold over a period of 3 years, with John telling us one story after another of lives touched by the Master. Then the narrative speeds up, with the last half of the book unfolding in the final 7 days of our Lord's life, showing us all that took place during Passion Week. While the entire book of John is holy ground, there's something uniquely sacred about chapter 17, our Lord's private prayer to the Father for himself, his disciples, and his mission. He began by lifting his eyes to heaven, as he typically did when he prayed, saying, Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, that your Son also may glorify you. I have glorified you on the earth. I have finished the work which you have given me to do. In the same way, the hours of our lives are passing in their proper sequence, and we must be about our Father's business, seeking to finish the work He has given us to do. Isn't that right what we were talking about just now?
Wow. Yes.
Right? Wow.
Yes.
Perfect alignment. Our daily agendas should reflect an awareness that we are God's servants in the last days, doing those good works which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. Let's be like Jesus, who said in John 4:34, my food is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I love how it's always aligned. The stuff that we
Right?
talk about, and then we read the spiritual tip of the week, and it's like it's such an alignment. It's in perfect alignment with
It was
the
like
stuff
if
that we talk
we could
about.
have planned it better.
I know. Oh my
Because
gosh.
we're really not great at planning.
It's just like,
We would be like epic fails on that one.
I know.
We just show up and do it, man.
We really
But
do, and somehow it all lines up together.
God works it out for us, man. It just looks
he
perfect.
he does.
He's
And
like,
it's
we don't
funny.
even know what we're gonna talk about, but we just start talking, and then he's like, "Oh, this will fit with what you're saying."
Yeah. It's like we really don't go through and read that page before we
No,
do the show. We just do the freaking show.
just so let this be a sign to you people.
Yes.
That's how
If you
amazing
let
God
him
works,
control
man.
your day, Like he wraps it up in a way so much smoother than you could have done it yourself.
Exactly.
It's amazing. Oh my gosh.
I mean, we are talking about God here, right? So come on.
Yeah, no surprise.
No surprise. This is how amazing he is.
That's
All
right.
right, so go ahead and knock out the keys for us here. What are our keys
Yeah.
for this?
So we have the key theme. It's Jesus is the way of salvation, offering the invitation to be born again. John verse 3:7. The key challenge. Oh, excuse me. The key challenge is let the work of God infuse your life's work. Whatever your work is in this life, do it as though you are working for Him,
Yeah,
for you are His workmanship, a testimony of His goodness. The key
perfect.
verse I must work the works of Him who sent me while it is day. The night is coming when no one can work. John 9:4. The key prayer Heavenly Father, I praise you for the new life I have in you and for the joy of accomplishing the work you have given me to do.
That's good.
I love it. I love it. I love that spiritual tip of the week. That was great. It aligns up perfectly with the kind of like what we're talking about in the show today, and
I, I
that
love
was
it too,
great.
and not just because it was named. It was the Book of John.
You have a couple reasons to love it.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't hurt at all.
It's like the cherry on top. Like the ice cream was definitely good, when the cherry it looks visually nice on there too, and it tastes good.
That was a great one.
Uh, all right. Well, I am ready for the Entrefluential tip of the day.
Okay, let me pull that up on my screen. That was awesome.
That way the viewers can see it too.
What's that?
I said that way the viewers can see it too.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
love that we have this, that you figured this out, because now it's like when we talk about these things, like they can actually look at it and get a visual representation of what we're talking about.
It is pretty cool, man. Okay, so we're on the Entrepreneurial Network Marketing Business Bootcamp,
Hmm.
and we are in Module 4, Part 2. And in this module, we're going to be going over these four sections here, lesson 5, 6, 7, and 8. Today we're doing lesson 5, distributor back office systems, and this is pretty
Nice.
much like just like an informational session where we're just providing you with information on how the back office system works. So let's go to
All right.
the next slide here. So with whatever company that you set up with to do network marketing, they have their own proprietary systems,
Yeah.
and so what you're called is a distributor. Like you're that's your like your nickname. You're a network marketer, aka a distributor, and you'll use those tools for managing your downline, which means the people who sign up underneath you, and that so like that tells you who works for you and who's earning commissions and how much percentage of that commission you get paid, right? And then also the back office system will give you your marketing materials as well. So let me.
All
Okay, so
right.
here's the introduction. Network marketing, also known as multi-level marketing, relies on a network of independent distributors to sell products or services and recruit new distributors. Managing this network efficiently is crucial for the success of any multi-level marketing business. One essential tool for their distributors and company administrators is the distributor back office system. This guide
Mm.
will walk you through the key aspects of those systems. So, the first question is, what is a distributor back office system? And the answer is, a distributor back office system is a web-based platform or software like cloud computing
Hmm.
designed to support the activities of network marketing distributors and provide them with essential tools and resources. Distributors typically access the back office through a secure login on the company's website. Question 2 is, what are the key features of a distributor back office system? And there's several key features. The first one is that it offers you sales and commissions tracking so that
Mm.
you can monitor your sales, your commissions, and any bonuses that are earned through the system.
One
Number
must
two,
know thy numbers.
One must know their numbers. Yeah, absolutely.
You need that, man.
Absolutely. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
I'm all about the Benjis. He's my bestie.
Oh man. All right, so number two is genealogy tree, and that shows you your downline, your network, and
Hmm.
how many recruits you've got, how the people underneath you are recruiting and pulling people into your system underneath them. So
Mm.
like the benefit of that is let's say that I recruit Sebastian, and then Sebastian goes out and he recruits two of his friends. Let's say Jacob and Eli. I don't know who Eli is, but let's say Jacob and Ethan. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So he recruits Jacob and Ethan, and he sees that Jacob has gone on the following month to recruit two people, but Ethan hasn't recruited anybody. So where is he going to put his effort? Where's Sebastian going to put his effort at? Is Sebastian going to go talk to Jacob, or is he going to go talk to Ethan?
It
Sebastian.
depends on what that conversation looks like. So if it's like
You
in
want
that
to you want
this
to help your
scenario,
people, huh?
what were you gonna say?
I was going to say you want to help your people, to build their downstream. So like,
Yeah, so
if
I'm
Jacob's doing
gonna
a
have
good
to go and
job,
talk to. Yeah,
you're going to go
um,
talk to Ethan, right?
exactly. Basically, I think like I know exactly where you're going with that. Like if Jacob's doing a good job, not really much I need to tell him, but a pat on the back. Like you're
Yeah,
doing an excellent job. Keep it
yeah.
up. I don't really need to
Keep up the
train you
good job.
much.
Yeah,
Keep doing what you're doing
yep,
and don't stop. And then
yep,
with Ethan, I'm gonna have to maybe help him, give him some tactics to
yep,
get more people. I'm like, hey, how come you
yeah,
haven't got anyone else? Okay, like, what are you experiencing that's tough out there? And
yep,
then try to give him some assistance
yep,
to help him grow and start getting some more recruits in.
yep, yep. Maybe you put two people underneath him yourself, right, to help build him up.
Exactly,
Get get
exactly.
get some fire going there.
Yep, get him motivated to go and find some other people.
Yep, yep, exactly. So that's why it's important to have the genealogy tree so you can see what's going on. The third thing
Yeah.
is product information. So your back office system will provide you with catalogs, the prices for your. So think about this. Okay, I want to use like a real company to give you an example. So if you were working with Live Good, then you would be looking at products like CBD oil. You'd be looking at whey protein. You'd be looking at
Hmm.
pre-workout energy drinks. Those are real
Yeah.
products that they sell. Okay, so you'd be looking at your catalog and looking and seeing what product you're going to be marketing and how can you market it. Okay, what are the
That's
prices for
right.
these products so that you can pitch it to your clientele, right? And
Yes.
you'll be pulling those marketing materials that you can use on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. You know what I mean? Because
Yep.
that's how you're going to get the word out and how you're going to make sales. The other thing that you're going to need, especially if you're brand new to the company, is training materials. And so your back office system will provide you with videos, documents, guides, anything that will help you learn the content that you're pitching. Because if you don't know your content, you can't sell it, right?
Exactly.
And really, the selling is really training, education. So
Yep.
I like infotainment because you make it entertaining for your audience, but you're educating them with the information. That's the best way to sell
Yes.
a product. So like if you believe in the product and you know the product well, and you can present that information to people and they're gonna either want it or not. If it's a benefit to them,
Exactly.
if they can see that really at the end of the day is if you can show them how you can improve their life, how they can improve their own life by using what you're offering, they'll make that decision automatically.
Exactly.
Right? Because it's really about social status. Like it's about their personal status. That's
Yeah.
really
That's
what
right.
it comes down to at the end of the day. Are you going to help them or hinder them? If
Hmm.
you're going to hinder them, they're out. They're gone. If you're going to help
Exactly.
them, if you can show them how they can improve their status, they'll be listening. They'll be paying attention and they'll do something about it, which means they'll buy
Yep.
your product.
That's right.
All right. So item number 5 is order management. So this order management system that's built into the back office will allow you to place orders, track your shipments, make sure that your customers are getting the products that they're ordering, and
Hmm.
also you'll have all of the customer information, which is important for reorders because um, if they're not getting the reorders, why are they not getting the reorders? Were they not happy with the product? Maybe they're out of town and maybe they don't know where to go for the reorder. Whatever it is, you need to service your customers, and so that will help you make sure that your customers are being serviced, and if there's any problems, you can figure out how to solve those problems. So they'll keep ordering more products from you.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, reporting and analytics. This performance, like Sebastian was saying, you need to know your numbers. The performance metrics show you whether
Yep.
you're meeting your goals, because you set yourself up with goals and you want to meet those or exceed those goals. So you look at your key performance indicators, your KPIs, to see, is my marketing working? Am I reaching the amount of people? What's my conversion rate? Are enough people who are seeing the message? Are they clicking through? Are they making orders? Or are they bouncing and going off to another website? You know, if they're bouncing it up, maybe your message isn't right. Maybe the product isn't going to the right market that you're hitting. So maybe you have to change your product or change your target market so that you can have a better message to market match, so you can close more sales. You always want to improve you always want to make improvements on your conversion rates to see where you're performing optimally. And then once you are performing optimally, then you look at how to scale that system that you're using, the right message, the right market. You know, you got your target audience right, you got the right product, you got the right messaging, the right images. Then the next thing is to scale it. You take it to different markets. So like if I'm targeting Jacksonville right now and I'm doing stellar with what I've got, my message, my market, my images, then the next thing is, let me see what other markets I can go to that are similar to Jacksonville. Maybe my same exact message and message to market match will not be a good fit for Boston, but maybe it will be a great fit for Houston, Texas, or Chandler, Arizona. Okay, so you have to look and see where is it going to work best, so that you can clone it and get the same results as fast as possible in different markets. Maybe Boston will work similar to New York City or Philadelphia. So like those messages that you create in one of those markets, you can clone into those other markets that are similar, have similar appeal.
Exactly.
So your marketing numbers definitely will help you make those tactical decisions. And then number 7, marketing tools. Obviously, we've already mentioned marketing tools, so there's really nothing more to say about that. Communication hub. Well, yes, the communication hub, that's where you're going to convey information from the distributors to the upline. That means the superiors in the company, and to your support department. So like if you're having issues with getting the product delivered to your customers, or you need physical marketing materials or whatever, I don't know what it is, you're going to talk to your upstream, right? Your supervisors. Or maybe it's for a company-wide meeting and you want one of the supervisors to come and motivate and rally the downstream. So you invite one of your higher ups or one of the VPs of marketing or something like that to come make a visit to your location. I mean, maybe if you have like, I don't know, 20, 30, 50 people under you, they'd be happy to go make that call. I don't know what the numbers are going to be like, but generally that's something that will happen. You'll have your upstream come down and visit and motivate the people below you.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool, which is what I want to do. That's one of the things I'd like to get to that point. Question number 3, what are the benefits of using a distributor back office system? Well, the first thing is efficiency. The reason why these network marketing companies have back office systems is to make the day-to-day operation of each distributor and their downstream more efficient, right? So it's kind of like a franchise system. With a franchise, instead of opening up your own entrepreneurial endeavor and doing everything from scratch, you're buying a plug-and-play system, and all you've got to do is follow the instruction manual, and you can perform well, and you have so much more support as opposed to doing it on your own. And similarly, borrowing from the franchise system, this distributor back office system kind of works in the same way. It simplifies the processes. So whether it be John Tanner operating a distributorship for Jacksonville, Florida, or Sebastian Tanner operating a distributorship in Boston, Massachusetts, we both get in and we have all of the back office systems for our day-to-day ops already created and ready to go. And having everything online, it makes the administrative work so much easier and more simplified. So it's reduced. So like when you plug in information into one form, it correlates to all the other forms inside of your system, making life a whole lot easier. The other thing is that the back office system does is it provides you with real-time access to your data so that when you're communicating with your downstream, the people that are going to come in and be your network marketers underneath you, they can see everything that's going on in the system as well. That transparency builds trust, which is really important for people to stay with your program and use it. But I think like what I've already mentioned, Live Good, and I'm not a member yet, and I need to go back into their system and read more information. But from what I did, the initial research that I read, the people who are the founders of that company have stellar backgrounds. I mean, they're perfect for fitness, for providing nutritional supplements, and then the products itself seem good. But the only thing that I want to do before I dive in and become a distributor, a member, is I want to buy the product and try it out myself, because I don't want to market anything that I don't know is actually beneficial. So I'm going to be the guinea pig, try it first, and when I do, then I'll come back and tell you guys like, hey, this is a great system. I'm in it. You guys should come in it too. That day will come, but I need to try it out first. I haven't done that yet.
Exactly.
The next thing is training and support. So yeah, we've already said educational resources, the support that you're going to need for your distributors to be successful. That's all built into the back office system. And then scalability, like I've already mentioned, if you create this system and you're doing fantastic in Jacksonville, Florida, then you can branch out to Boston, Massachusetts, Miami, Florida, New York City, whatever. You can go wherever you want to go with this system. The beautiful thing is that this can scale nationwide. Some systems are built internationally, but others are not. So it really depends on the system, the network marketing system that you're looking at, to see whether or not it can work in that capacity. But the system itself, the back office computer systems are fun. They're built already for scale. The next thing, question number 4, what back office tools are there for MLM administrators? And the answer is user management. It allows the administrators to control access levels and permissions that you give to the people in your downstream. So like maybe you have one person who becomes like your supervisor, and you give that person more permissions to do things like, I don't know, maybe provide access to marketing materials or whatever. I don't know. Let's just say that, like, let's just stay with that, marketing materials. Whatever you assign to that person, you can toggle the permissions off and on that you give to the people in your downstream. And the other thing is compliance. The administrators have the ability to make sure that the people in their downstream are following the policies and procedures, because this is all regulated industry. Most everything is in America. And so like you want to make sure that you're complying with the federal and state level laws.
Yeah, you need to.
Absolutely. You don't want trouble with Big Brother. Question number 4, what back office tools are there for MLM administrators? Same thing. Okay, we're in the same section. Payout processing helps you calculate and process commissions and bonuses. Product and inventory management help you manage your product availability and inventory. So you want to make sure that you have enough supply, especially if you're operating. So let's say that you create, with the same example that I was giving you with Live Good. Imagine that you are a gym owner. You have your own personal fitness training studio. Well, you need to make sure that you have enough supplies. If you're selling whey protein drinks at your gym, you got to make sure that you have enough supply there. So you go to your back office system to order those supplies, right?
Yes.
Data security. So protecting sensitive distributor and customer information is paramount. That's one of the things that they build into their back office systems, of course. Cost, implementing and maintaining a back office system can be expensive. So having this helps reduce the cost, because it's all centralized for the whole entire organization, which is why they have, that's why software as a service is fantastic, because it used to cost so much money to go and install the software operating systems to manual computers like they used to do back in the day. And so like just being able to go online and access everything is way better and cheaper for us, the entrepreneurs.
Right.
Question number 5 is, what are some challenges and considerations with back office tools? Well, one of the challenges is user tracking. Distributors need the proper training to make the most of the system. So like generally these systems are very robust. So the problem is that a lot of people want to shortcut things and they don't use the systems as fully to their full capacity that they could. And so you as a manager, you want to make sure that your team is well trained on how to use these programs to get the best out of it. And then integration. Sometimes these systems are not fully integrated with other systems, so you might have to find some kind of a workaround. Zapier is like one of those programs that creates workarounds from one software system to another software system. So if your system doesn't have integration capability with like your email delivery program, then you might be able to use Zapier to create a link to connect the two together.
Mm-hmm.
So usually your tech support people will provide you that information. I don't have my audio on, so I'm going to skip that one and just go to the written version of my debriefing. I should have put the audio on. Okay, here we go. So in closing, a well-designed distributor back office system is a fundamental tool for managing and growing a successful network marketing business. It streamlines operations, supports distributors, and provides valuable insights for both the distributors and the company administrators. When used effectively, these systems can contribute significantly to the success of an MLM business. That concludes lesson 5.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. I do too, man. I can't wait to get started with this program. I think it's pretty cool, man. Like I really want to build a platform and bring in, my goal is to bring, because like I did the numbers, right? And I alluded to this in one of our previous episodes. If you bring in one brand new trainee every single month, and your trainee brings in one trainee every single month, at the end of a year, by multiplication, compound, you're going to have 4,000 people in your downstream.
Wow.
Yeah. Imagine if you have 4,000 people and just the 4,000 people are buying the protein powder for working out every month. 4,000 sales, you're making money. I don't care how much profit you're making. It's money in your pocket for something that you're going to do anyway.
Exactly.
It's insane. And that's just one sell. Like that's each person buying one thing for themselves. So like anybody who comes in, like they can look forward to, if everybody follows the darn system, bring one trainee in per month. In a year from now, they'll have 4,000 people. In a year from now, the next person will have 4,000 people. And guess what? Population's growing. It ain't shrinking. So this system can keep going on for years. Can you imagine looking backwards? We remember in the beginning of this episode, we talked about whether you should do it or not. Oh, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take a whole year to get 4,000 people. So what? The years are going to pass anyway. Would you rather get to a year and have 4,000? What if in 5 years from now you're going to be asking, you're going to be saying to yourself, why did I not get started 5 years ago? I could be making $10,000 a month right now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, anyways, I think what we need to do is we need to start bringing some entrepreneurs into a hotel conference room and do seminars and present this information to them.
Absolutely.
That's what we got to shoot
for. 100%. Yep.
Yeah. So if you own a hotel and you have a conference room that's not used and you want to barter, let's talk about a deal. You give us the space and we'll give you the content.
That's right.
We'll put on the speech.
That's right.
We'll split the proceeds.
Oh.
Right? Barter.
Now they're like, you're talking now.
Hey, what's our email address? The entrefluentiallife@gmail.com.
Yep. You know where to reach us. That's right. Well, that was fun. I liked it. I loved the Entrefluential tip of the week. I loved the spiritual. I loved the physical, the mental. I think that was all in all, it was a great episode and it was very fun.
I agree 100%, man. It was fantastic. We went long. It's an hour and a half this time. That's okay. Thank you for bearing with us. I mean, we did start like 10 minutes late, like 7 minutes late. So we didn't really go a whole hour and a half long. We're just like an hour and 23 minutes long.
Right.
We're only 23 minutes over time. That's not bad.
Not too crazy. Not too crazy.
Yeah, but we all do.
We all do.
Okay, fine. I went over time, but we all do.
Need to insert the Kevin McAllister.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I'm like ready for Christmas already, but you know what? Time's go by so fast; it'll be here before you know it.
It will. I'm ready for summer first.
Okay, fine. Me too.
It's
I want to go to the beach.
it's been pretty cold over here, so I'm ready for some nice, little bit warmer weather. I love
We
the
did do a
cold,
fish
but
fry tonight.
oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah, cheese grits, hush puppies. It was pretty good.
Oh,
Coleslaw.
oh, please stop. Don't go anymore. Don't go any further. You had me at cheese grits.
You had me at cheese grits.
Coleslaw, hush puppies. Oh,
Yeah, man.
make it stop.
You guys need to make it a little vacation. Come down here, spring break.
Yeah, seriously.
You got 6 more days before spring break's officially over.
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe that.
I know, man.
It's way too fast. Don't
It-
even realize.
It's like what we were talking about, man. Time goes by quick. So
I'm just like, what is spring break? I work.
I know, right? I know. Yes,
I have to
know,
work for a
I know.
living.
See,
It's
like,
like what is spring break?
I only wish we could just go back to having full summers again.
Oh gosh, I know. Seriously. The
2
summer
months
is like
long.
a 2-week vacation if you take that.
It's insane. Like you rush to grow up and get out, and then you're like, oh man, what did I do?
God. Seriously, it's like I could have enjoyed it a little bit longer.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't.
If I knew this is what was going to happen,
I would so bad.
I wouldn't have been in a damn rush at all. It's like, oh, just doing homework. That's please.
Now, like, I mean, I don't know. I just want the time.
Seriously,
real. I don't want to go back to school.
I miss the lack of bills.
I want to be debt free. I want to have my whole summer to go play.
Exactly. Maybe just a little weekend job so I can have money to go to the mall.
Passive income, man. 4-hour work week. That's our goal.
Seriously.
Let's be real.
Oh man,
that'd be awesome.
Well, my phone is now on 2%, so
let's go.
It's it might die. So I want to get that the ending out there.
Yeah,
I'll close this out. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 57. That was a blast. I had a blast doing episode 57 with you today, Dad. That was great. Thank you guys for tuning in. For those of you that continuously tune in, I really appreciate you. I want to see your names in the comment sections on the YouTube videos. When you see the lives get published, I want to see your name there. I want to see your name on our subscriber list so you can show us that you care. I want to see you sign up for our courses. It really makes me happy that you guys tune in. It makes both of us happy that you guys tune in so frequently, and you've been a steady part of this Entrefluential life family. And we want to do more for you guys. We have more things coming out for you. I'm hoping that for the next season, we're going to take it to the next level. The goal is to always keep improving. Eventually, you guys will see me with a nice setup again. We're going to have the lavalier microphone, some nice laptops to do this off of, and have nice, great audio quality. So for those of you that are seeing us in these seasons right now, you're going to really appreciate it when we get to that next level, because you can really say that you were there to watch us for the start of the podcast and to where we're going to end up at. So,
I love that.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that to get to that point. But
Absolutely.
I appreciate.
I can't wait for us to build our own studio. That would be so cool.
And then that's going to be even the next level. So
and then
we'll get there.
We're gonna get fanfare, man. We got to start creating. I mean, that's something we really need to get done like pretty soon here.
We need merch.
We need to get some Entrefluential Life stickers and
we need merchandise. Yes.
And hats to give out to people.
Shirts, hats, hoodies.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Yes, we are.
I want to build up our audience a little bit more though first,
we'll get the audience and then we'll get to that.
Because I mean, our YouTube channel. I mean, we have like 150 people on Instagram, and then we have like almost 120 people on YouTube. I want to see 500.
It's growing.
When we get to 500, I'll buy some content.
500, maybe even 1,000 more.
Swag.
We'll get some swag for you guys. We'll get some
Entrefluential swag. Let's go. Share the word. Get out there.
Help
be our
us.
Troops.
Yeah, be the troops for us, please. You help us
be
grow
our
the
great
family.
Ambassadors.
Exactly, and then we're gonna get some really cool things in the works for you guys. It's only gonna go up. We're gonna keep elevating and keep doing better.
And then when we get our studio, you never know. You might be a VIP guest, all expenses paid, to come to our studio when we build it out.
Exactly. Ooh, now there's an idea.
I know.
Now there's an idea.
It's gonna be a film studio and podcast studio. built
I
in a
love
barn.
that.
It's going to be a barn dominium with rooms on the top so that guests can stay.
It's
So
gonna be sick.
it's going to be dope.
It's
Yep.
gonna be sick.
I already know where I want to build it. And I haven't talked to you about it yet, Sebastian. I think in Montgomery, Texas, Montgomery County, close to where you lived in Spring, close to where I lived in the Woodlands. I think
I
that would be
like
like
that.
buy a nice piece of raw land up there in Montgomery County and build 2 container homes, one for you and Michaela, one for me, and then build the barn dominium with the studios for film and podcasting on the first level, and then condos on the top, which is where our guests will stay in the Airbnb property there.
I love that idea.
Yeah,
That's
right,
fantastic.
right.
That's
So
great.
yeah, man. So like, I definitely want to have VIP guests come out and stay at our studio. There'll be guests that are like behind the scenes, inside the studio, watch it happening, and maybe even participate in the show. And
I like that idea even more.
They can be a guest speaker.
I want to include them. Yep.
Yeah, it'll be great. And then we'll hang out and go take them out to dinner and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah, that's my vision.
Give
man.
you a
That's
vlog.
my vision for the program.
Yep, that's a great idea, and we'll vlog
So we need
all
some
of
sponsors if you're out there listening.
it. Yep.
You put your company brand over there. You know, like maybe like some posters in the back or cups or something like. Oh, this could be your company on our water bottle.
Yes, the coffee that I drink, it could be your mug.
Have your people call my people.
And then we'll chit chat. We'll plan that out. Once we get more subscribers, then they'll be interested. Then they're like, okay, yeah, now we want some of their attention. We want their fan base.
So I know somebody's ears are perking. What?
Well,
oh boy.
I do that all the time with Jacob. I had to do it.
Dude, that was great, man. That was on point, Sebastian.
I've been perfecting that like inadvertently for the past year now.
Dude, I think the two of us together can pull off a pretty good Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah, we could. We could make it happen.
Right? I love it.
That was hilarious. Oh
that was
my
great.
gosh. Well, that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope you're going to be ready to attack the week, not react to it. You have some great tips going into this. I hope you're filled with a lot of positivity to get ready for this new week that we have coming for us. And yeah, and without
this
further
is a great week. It's Holy Week. You know, this is the week that our Lord went to the cross, died for our sins, was resurrected, and he's in heaven. He's building a perfect kingdom for us that's going to be redone on earth as it is envisioned in heaven. And, you know, we're so grateful for this week. This is a very, very important week for us as Christians. We're so happy and honored to have this gift of freedom, of forgiveness, of atonement. We are seen by God as perfect because of Jesus' sacrifice. And so we are so grateful for that gift. That when we say glorify God, give him the highest honor, that's what we're talking about here. Because he's so generous that he gave us that forgiveness freely just for accepting Jesus, of God coming down to earth and to pay for our sins, to reunite us together with him. That's amazing. And so like I hope you reflect on that this week, that gift is free and it changes your life for the better. Like just following these rules makes your life so much better. And all you have to do is tune in and look at things that we talk about and you'll see the signs. I mean, it's here.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
So it's awesome, man. We're leading up to Easter. I hope you all have a fantastic Easter weekend.
Yes.
Next Sunday is Easter Sunday. And so, but we'll be here. We'll come back on Easter Sunday
and
have a special Easter Sunday edition with you guys. I might be eating some boiled eggs, just letting you know.
I might be
eating some chocolate eggs. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have some chocolate eggs. I might be eating a chocolate bunny.
That's what I was gonna say too. I might be eating some bunny ears. I don't know.
I might be opening some eggs that I went hunting for and eating candy.
Don't judge me.
It's Easter. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Everybody does.
I might have an Easter basket that I went to Walmart and got for myself. Because I'm not a kid anymore.
Oh my God, that's hilarious, Sebastian.
Trying to keep my childhood alive.
Oh man, that is funny.
Oh my gosh.
All right, that's it. Sebastian made a new trend. I grant you all permission to go buy your own Easter basket.
Make the inner child happy. Make the inner kid in you.
I think I'm gonna buy myself
Bring
an
it
Easter
back.
bunny this year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man, that's awesome.
Oh man, that's
All
fun.
right,
I'm
well,
excited.
thank you. I know your phone's gonna die, so I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much, Sebastian, for bringing the energy, man. This was a great episode.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for bringing the energy as well. I had a great time. It was very fun. I'm excited for what's to come, but I'm
Absolutely.
grateful for the viewers having sticking around to see us where we are right now, because it's only going to get even better. And
Yes.
yeah, with that being said, the last thing to say is to go out there this week and amplify your message. All right.
That.
All
Have
right.
a blessed
Amen.
week, everybody.
Bye. Love you guys. God
Love
bless
you guys.
you.
God bless you all.
Have a good week. Bye
You
bye.
too. Bye bye, you guys.
Bye bye. I love that. I don't know why I love doing that. All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.